Got a really fun video here today comparing two sub $20 folding saws. Now, folding saws have really come a long way. Both of these saws have what's called razor tooth technology, which means that they cut on the pull and the push. Now, this is a Fiskars from Home Depot. This comes in at $17. It's got a metal tab there that releases the blade, locks it in position. A hardwood handle, which is actually kind of big. It's not the most comfortable handle, but the hardwood is nice. And again, they call this the Fiskars Power Tooth. 10-inch blade. Note the curve of the blade. In comparison, this is a Corona, also 10-inch saw. You can see that the blade is more curved on the Corona. It's also a thinner blade than the Fiskars. It's got a plastic handle with rubberized sections there, and there. So you can hold the saw, you can grip up on it closely, or you can hold it back like this and saw. That's about a 2-inch piece of hardwood right there. Not bad. All right, next let's try the Corona with the thinner blade and the plastic handle. Well, if you could notice, the Corona cuts faster than the Fiskars. The thinner blade definitely, look how thin that blade is, compared to the Fiskars, is a little stiffer. The blade is thinner on this, but I believe it cuts faster. Let me do another comparison. Another thing I'm liking better about the Corona is that greater curved blade seems to really get a nice leverage when you're cutting. The Fiskars doesn't have so much of a curve. Let's compare one more time with the Fiskars. It's a little thicker section here. That's about a 3-inch diameter right there, people. Going about in the 4-inch diameter. You can also grip up on it, which is kind of nice. On that tab there with my thumb. Wow, man, that's great. That's hard maple. Now let's try the same with the Fiskars. With this saw, you can't grip up on it like the other one has that nice tab. This one, you kind of just grab the middle of it. Definitely not as comfortable. I really notice it with this thicker piece. The comfort, man, is just, my arm's already getting tired out. Been cutting for a while now. Man, I don't know, it gets tiring. Let me see if I really notice the difference cutting halfway through this. That's just so much easier to hold. Even back here on the end, you can hold it this way. Let the blade do the work on the pull. That's rock hard maple, people. I really notice on the thicker diameter wood this nice ergonomic handle of the Corona you saw I could really grip up on that and kind of change between gripping up, putting my thumb in that rubberized section, and also holding it back here, depending on your angle. With the Fiskars, you got one grip there, and it's a pretty big stretch there. That's a thick handle. I'm gonna have to say the Corona gets my vote. The Corona cuts better, and it cuts quicker. There is something I want to point out with the Corona, is that lanyard hole, the blade comes through the lanyard hole, which is a little bit of a design flaw. Also, the teeth do not recess into the handle when closed, so if you're packing this in a pack, you could rip some of your belongings in the pack, like a sleeping bag or tarp or something like that. But you could put this in some kind of sleeve, like a sock or something, to keep that blade secure in there. But otherwise, it's a nice little saw. That is a plastic tab that releases the blade. However, inside the saw is all metal components. That's a metal pivot in there. So, you know, that's good. Thanks for watching. If it's the first time checking out my channel, would be great to have you as a new subscriber.